What's up, YouTube? Curtain6693 here, giving you gaming anime news, as well as anything that I find interesting. Today I want to talk about Naruto chapter, I think it's 670, the newest chapter that just came out today. And man, this has been a great, informative chapter that we have had. This chapter starts off with, like, Naruto waking up, I guess in his own subconsciousness, and then that place where he goes to talk to people in the kind of like the spiritual realm, and we get to see the Sage of the Six Paths. I think his name is Hagoromo or whatever the hell his name is, but yeah, Naruto meets the Sage of the Six Paths, and I really like the Sage of the Six Paths design. I like how his I don't know. I just like him just in general. He has like a little thing on his head, and you see the Renegon, and he looks like a badass, like a black balls around him, and there's a lot of comedy, returning comedy in this chapter. You see a little bit of Sage of Six Paths talking like in a highly intellectual approach. Naruto has like that little quirky Naruto face where he doesn't understand what the hell's going on. And then you kind of see Sage Six Paths like speaking different dialects or whatever you would call it. It's really cool. It's really comedic section. And then on the second half of the chapter, basically gets into like a background, basically about the Sage the Six Path and how Naruto refers to ninjutsu as ninjutsu, but I think Sage referred to as ninju or something like that, like basically or ninshu, something like that. And it was basically ninshu was meant to like or whatever it's called. It was originally made to for peace and cooperation, but people turned it to ninjutsu for tools of war. And he based on how it all started with like with his mom, who basically ate from the fruit, became a demon or whatever. Everybody was scared of her. She had two sons, Hagoromo and then his brother, which I'll get to that in a second. But then the Sage had two sons, and one inherited his natural, strength genes, and basically had the Sharingan, and basically was very powerful. Then the other one had to work for what he had to do for. He didn't have natural talent like the other one did, and so the other one felt that power was the ultimate way to success or whatever. The other one had to work with and the other one was, I think his name was Ashura, and the good one was named Ashura, and the evil one was named Indra. Something like that, but basically, the good one, he is based. Him and the brother got into a war. Basically, they fought against each other, and after they died, their influence or their chakra influence passed on through people, and that explains a lot in the series. Basically, you have one person that relies on teammates, comrades, humility, humbleness, while the other one is kind of like the closed fist style. The Asians saying the closed fist. Power is the ultimate, supreme, dominant force. Everything comes easy to them. Like look at Jiraiya and Orochimaru. Orochimaru was considered a genius, but he ended up believing that power was everything, and he become corrupt. Jiraiya had to work for it, and eventually he even got to Orochimaru's level. Who knows, maybe even more powerful, but he had to work for it. He had to have teammates, he had to have Toad, he had to have the third Hokage. He had support there on his way. Obviously, Naruto and Sasuke, Rock Lee and Neji. Rock Lee had no natural talent. Neji was known as a genius. Rock Lee, kept up with Neji, but he had to work hard for it. I mean, I'd even say the same thing as in like Kakashi and Obito. Like Obito, had to work a little bit harder. At least before. I mean, this is before he became, evil. But he had to work to get to a fighting level. Where like Kakashi, it became natural. And at first, Kakashi felt the same way. He felt that power was the ultimate way. I mean, Danzo, the third Hokage, except the third Hokage, I think he was known as a genius or a natural. But at the same time, though, like Danzo was in the shadows, while third Hokage was in the light. And then you got like first Hokage and Madara. Basically, what I'm saying is that you see this relationship throughout the entire series, and I really like how this chapter really points at the major themes, and it brings back some of those, it connects some dots, if you know what I mean. And basically, Naruto is a successor of Ashura, and basically if he's a except for Ashura, we can pretty much infer that Sasuke is a descendant of Indra. Basically, the one with the Sharingan, with the power, where everything comes natural to him. He's he gets all the attention, but he's ultimately corrupt. And so we pretty much figure that out, and that's pretty much the whole chapter. I know some people have made predictions that in the next chapter we may see maybe like a battle between the two brothers. Me personally, I don't really care so much to see a battle between them. It would be nice, but I wouldn't care so much to see a battle between them as I would like to see I guess maybe a more history, more about the Sage. And I also want to know what's going to happen with Sasuke, and I also want to know what new power will Naruto get from this? Because in my opinion, he's going to get something from this. Maybe this. Because remember, oh, that reminds me. Because if you remember, at the beginning of the chapter, or toward the middle, he said that he split the Ten Tails chakra between the Sage and his brother. He said that in the chapter, so that must mean that the Sage didn't have the full Ten Tails Jinchuriki chakra, which means the other half must be sealed somewhere. And I'm wondering how that's going to play out. So does Madara not have all of the Ten Tails chakra? And who has the other half? I'm still drawing speculation. Maybe Naruto may find a way to get the other half, and then Naruto gets his own Sage mode, Super Sage mode or something. And we already know Sasuke's got to get something. He's got to get a Rinnegan or upgrade to Susanoo. But you really see the parallels between Naruto and Sasuke. You see how Sasuke, how he, if you notice a Shippuden, most of the upgrades that Sasuke has got has just been eye upgrades. I mean, he went from at the beginning of the series, he had the Curse Seal, but then he lost the Curse Seal, but he gained the Mangekyo Sharingan, and then he gained Amaterasu, and then he gained a little bit of a Susanoo, and then he got the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and then he pretty much just kept upgrading his eyes. But he hasn't really done any like real training. He's just been kind of fighting and just kind of making his way through. But if you look at Naruto he's been training. He's been training to learn the spinning shuriken, the rising shuriken. He had to train for Sage mode. He had to train for the Kyuubi mode. Like Naruto has been working his butt off. He's had to train for to get his chakra control up. He had to work for it. And I believe that's what shows much. I believe that Kishimoto wrote it in this way to show that talent is not everything. Hard work is what gets you real progression, because talent can make you conceited. It can make you think that you're just all that and no one can touch you, and that whatever you're good at is just the shit. But you see how Naruto, who didn't have it naturally, he had to work for it. And then he found that natural ability in him. Like, he learned the Rasengan in 2 weeks. There has to be some kind of talent there. But I believe that Naruto had to awaken it within himself. He had to work for that talent. He had to work for that skill. And I believe that Kishimoto is pointing that out in light too. Like, hard work means much more than talent. If you have talent but you don't do shit with it, or you don't really work hard at it, like I believe that if Sasuke really worked hard, like I'm pretty sure he trained with Orochimaru in between Naruto and Shippuden, but I believe if he had really worked hard like he was supposed to, I believe he could have been even more powerful than he is now if he had kept up with his training. But I know he's kind of been on the go since from also Shippuden, kind of bouncing from Orochimaru to Itachi to Tobi, Akatsuki, and kind of he's been kind of going places. But I think I understand what Kishimoto was going for. So let me know, what do you guys think is going to happen in the next chapter? Do you think we're going to see another battle between Ashura and Indra? What do you expect to see more from the Sage? Because we have finally seen the Sage in action. This is the chapter we've all been waiting for, And also, what do you guys think will happen to Naruto? What new powers do you think Naruto is going to get? Do you think he's going to get any new powers? What about Sasuke? What do you think is going to happen to Guy? Because we know Guy, when eight gates, and he pretty much planted a hole in Madara's ass. But Madara, no Madara, he got back up and he was like, "Oh, this is the most fun I've ever had." So Madara still has some tricks up his sleeve, but I think we may just hit a turning point here. So let me know what you guys think. I know I haven't been reviewing Naruto chapters in a long time. I've just been so busy with school, and every time it comes out, I watch it, but I never feel like reviewing it. But I've been keeping up with everything. I've been keeping up with the episodes, with the filler. I know it's on the Kakashi thing right now, and I think tomorrow they're gonna release the episode with Itachi. Yeah, so I've pretty much just been keeping up with it. But yeah, I'll start trying. I'll start trying to get back into reviewing these chapters. If I don't review a chapter, it's probably because it may. And it's not that it might be maybe a bad chapter, but I just don't. I may not feel a need to really say much. So if it's like a monumental chapter like this, I'll say something about it. So yeah. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later. Curtain 693 out. Peace.